to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name's Steve Johnson, co-host Aurelio Martinez.
That's right.
We've had a lot of fun today talking about some subjects that might be controversial, at least they are to us. Some upcoming fights that are very important. This third segment, we're going to jump the gun a little bit of radio. We're going to jump to September the 16th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's right.
We're going to have Saul Canelo Alvarez take on Gennady Golovkin, Triple G. Okay, in a fight that has been highly anticipated for the last year and a half. There's another fight where you said it has to happen, and I said I didn't think it would happen because Oscar De La Hoya, for all of his nonsense, he milked this for as much as he could. And I'm going to let you take it. Tell me, what do you think about this fight?
Well, you know what? I'm glad it's happening simply because I have been very critical. Anyone that's been following our show, Stevie, you know that I have been very critical, but with Canelo Alvarez, okay? I'm on record saying he's got a yellow streak going down his back, that he's cheating the Mexican public by not fighting fights, by the whole fiasco about making his own weight 155 and then you have to fight here. Excuses not to fight the fight that the public wanted to see. Okay, and all is well that you want to wait and wait and build that fight up, but it wasn't about building the fight up. Canelo was legitimately reluctant to fight him. In one breath he'd say, "I'll fight anybody, I'll fight anyone, I'll fight anything. That's what I do." And then in the next breath, okay, but it has to be at 55, okay, for the middleweight title. Okay, but now it looks like the fight's going to happen. Okay, and here on Throwdown, I think what people like about this show is we're real. We talk real boxing. We're not cheerleaders. Okay, now I'm gonna give Canelo his props, and I've always said this. I've always said this to people that I talk to and stuff, that I didn't know why Canelo was afraid to fight Triple G. I always said if he fought Triple G, I would pick Canelo to win.
And you still feel that way?
And I still feel that way. I think Canelo wins this fight. I never saw a reason why he would be afraid, because Canelo is not one of them boxers that gets hit with solid shots, And Triple G, if he hits you, he's going to hurt you. He's going to put you down. That's just a fact. Okay, so if Canelo stays on his game and fights the way he fights, okay, he's going to win this fight.
Well, you know what? Okay. I think you might be onto something in one aspect. I think that after last night, what happened with Sergey Kovalev, I think that a lot of the fear factor with the Russians has been diminished big time. You remember?
Yeah.
Excuse me. For a while, it was all about Kovalev, Triple G, just dominating the sport. Okay, that is a little bit off now, and I think maybe now after we watch Triple G against Danny Jacobs, I think we got to see not the same factor, because Danny Jacobs tried to box, which would be a right idea for anybody, it looks like, against Triple G, but that's not Canelo.
Right.
He's not a boxer.
It's not Canelo.
So, excuse me, I think we're going to have a fight.
We are going to have
this is going to be a fight. And I will never forget, and I'm on record as saying it, a few years back, the first time they talked about having Canelo Alvarez fighting, what's my boy from Dallas? And Wolf's boy. Yeah. Well, anyway, he'll come to me.
I can see him.
Yeah. Once again, Ann Wolf said, no matter what, she said, that little redhead motherfucker can fight. And I'll never forget that, because she's right. She's right about that. He can fight. You can't underestimate him. Okay? I don't think that Canelo, like radio has always said, he had that yellow streak. We've gone around that many times, and all the folks that watched us.
He did.
But I don't think that he was afraid of him. I think this was Oscar. I think this was Oscar all the time telling him the usual thing about, let's wait, the money's going to come, let's wait till the money comes. And Canelo was tired of hearing that about the money. He's like, hey, man, I got to get this dude, because people like you were saying, he said, man, the Mexican people that are supporting me, I'm tired of hearing it.
Yeah, you're not that proud Mexican anymore. You're not that proud pride of your heritage, of being Mexican. And that's, I think, was true. I mean, so regardless of whether he was scared or Canelo, I would lean to say that he was scared because Canelo will be a money man. He'll take the money. Okay, so that fight was going to be big, regardless if it happened last year or if it happens this year. It was always going to be a big fight. I mean, anytime you can get the Mexican public, they buy the fights anyway. I mean, Mexicans will buy two Russians fighting each other. They just love the sport. Okay, this fight, regardless, it wasn't one that had to be built up. It's not a fight that had to be built up. It's not a fight that had to wait a certain time. Whenever it happened, it was going to be a big fight.
I agree.
And it's going to be a big fight.
I agree, and I think, like you said, that's an excellent point. I think, just for reference, we were talking about James Kirkland.
James Kirkland,
Yeah, but just, I think you're right. If this fight would have happened a year ago, big, it's not going to make any more money now than it would then.
Huge.
I really don't, because it's, like you said, it's so big. Okay, but Oscar was, because to be honest, in my opinion, I'm different than you. I think Oscar De La Hoya clearly understands, just as Bob Arum does with Manny Pacquiao. Those are their last days of cash cows. Okay, he's going to have to start off with a whole new build-up, and so he doesn't want to let that go, because if, God forbid, for Golden Boy Promotions that Saul Canelo Alvarez gets stopped,
and he might,
but if he gets stopped, Oscar has to go back, and who does he have?
No. He doesn't have any.
Who does he have?
Well, he has fighters. He just.
Oh yeah, Floyd has fighters. But I'm talking about somebody that can step up and be.
He has them. He has them. But Oscar.
Who?
Oscar lacks. Well, he's got the Ramirez kid. He's got a lot of.
But they're very real young. I'm talking about somebody that can step up and carry the pen mantle right now.
He lacks the ability to promote like Bob, like Bob Arum. Okay.
Yeah, because Bob Arum
top rank will make a chump a champ. Okay. He will. I mean, he will. Okay.
Oscar, but he doesn't have to do that right now, because when Manny Pacquiao goes down, Terrence Crawford's right there.
Exactly. Okay. That's what I'm saying. And Oscar doesn't have. He has all these good upcoming boxers, but he's keeping them down in the simmering. Okay, and there's no reason to do that. But anyhow, let me tell you why, because we got a couple of minutes here. Let me tell you why I honestly feel Canelo's going to win this fight. Okay, and twofold. In the last couple of fights that Triple G has fought, Triple G's been getting hit. And he has been getting hit. Okay? So now he's getting to a point, as he's getting older, he's relying on that power. Okay? I'm going to get hit, but I'm going to hit you. Once I hit you, it's over. And that's true. That holds true. Canelo can crack. Canelo can crack to the head, and he can crack to the body. Okay? Now, if you go back and look at Triple G's early fights, and I'm talking about years ago, he was very good. And as a matter of fact, I would show my fighters in the gym film of him on what he does. He was elusive in the pocket, kind of like Misael Lopez. Okay, you stay in range to deliver your power shots, but you're elusive enough to make people miss, and that's very difficult to do when you're staying in the pocket. Okay, he did that. He had the movement. He had the little movement where he would stay in the pocket, he'd make you miss, and crack. The fight was over. In his last few fights, last 2 or 3 fights, that movement is gone. So that's a sign of oldness. That's a sign of
age?
Of getting over your prime. He doesn't have that elusive. It's gone. It disappeared. So now he's taking the hits to deliver a hit. You can't do that with Canelo. He gets hit by Canelo, he's going to get hurt.
Well,
okay,
that's why this fight is going to be interesting. Because I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to disagree with you on the outcome. I think that Canelo and Triple G are both used to blasting people out. So somebody's going to get blasted out here. I'm not so quick to say it's going to be Triple G that's going to get blasted out. I'm waiting for this fight, highly anticipating this fight, because I don't think you have to worry about this one with somebody getting tired.
It's not going to go the distance.
It's not going. Somebody's going to get blasted. And if you look at every fight, let's use the last 3 fights that these guys have had.
Yeah.
Canelo, he's very patient. He takes his time till he gets his guy where he wants to, and he blasts him out.
Yes.
Okay.
Triple
Triple G is just like Kovalev, where he's used to blasting people out. He comes straight ahead and get him. Okay. If I see Triple G in this fight in the first round come out pussyfooting around and kind of act like he's feeling somebody out, man, I'm going to tell you, we're going to watch that fight together.
Yeah, that's not
because we can go actually go see that one. I would
Yeah.
support that.
Yeah.
Just other bullshit with Floyd and Conor. You can go by yourself and see that. I'm going to go see.
I
I'll
will.
go this week.
I will.
Just because this is going to be a fight, and I'm really excited. And you haven't heard me say that in a long time. I'm excited about this fight because
I am
I
too.
think these two are going to fight. I would not at this point say. I can't honestly tell you. I think Canelo will win or Triple G would win. Somebody's getting blasted, and I want to see it.
And I'm not going to disagree with you. That's a very good analysis. These guys are heavy hitters. They both can crack.
Yeah.
So the key is who's going to make the mistake. And my point is, I honestly feel Triple G has lost that inside elusive movement. So I'm gonna venture to say he's the one that's going to get cracked.
And that wouldn't shock me because of, like I said when we first started off with the segment, I think the luster on the Russian fighters has diminished greatly in 24 hours. Okay, where everyone's like, and I'm sure Canelo's telling his boys this morning, I ain't scared of that dude, man. I never was scared of him, but look at his boy. Everybody was talking about the Crusher. Look at him, Crusher got crushed. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to Triple G. So that fight's gonna be awesome.
Good. Okay, guys, we'll come back with this next week when we have another week, another good 3 segments, and we'll keep talking boxing for you, the boxing fan.
Now, can we end this one without you being tickled by your own nonsense? Can we just say, everybody
Everybody, come back next week, and until then.